Hey everyone, it's Jordan. Today I'm going to be having my TBR prompt cards and the genre reel pick my January TBR. So I've done this a few times on my channel where I have my TBR prompt cards and I have my genre wheel. I've done this like once in a while, so I got the wheel here. So for the new year, I am going to try, I usually am a mood reader, but I am going to try to read a certain amount of books each month. Like, I know that I am going to try harder with my reading this year because I only read like about under 25 books, so I want to try read more than that. And also, I am not going to talk about the books that I've read on my from my December TBR because I didn't read any. So I am just gonna start fresh in the new year and try to figure out what I'm gonna read for January. I'm gonna pick 10 books because, like I said, I'm a mood reader, but I am gonna try to read a certain amount of books each month. So yeah, I am like giving myself options so I can mood read along the way. But yeah, let's get to my January TBR. Okay, so first prompt is read a book from another booktuber's TBR. Okay, so this one's going to be a little tricky just because I would have to pick from December TBR, which I know many people would read their Christmassy books, but I am going to be doing this prompt anyway, so I am going to just need to scroll through a lot of booktubers TBRs and see which book that I want to pick for that. Okay, so I am gonna veto this prompt. Usually I allow myself 3 vetoes for a prompt, and I honestly can't find what books that I want to read from another person's TBR, so that's gonna be a scrap. So let's try draw number 1 again. One word title. Okay, that'll be easier one. So let me find a book that has a one-word title that I want to read. Okay, so for the first book that I picked that has a one-word title is Poisoned by Jennifer Donnelly. This is a Snow White retelling. I really enjoyed her books. One of them with Lost in the Book, which was a novelization, kind of part of a novelization of the live-action Beauty and the Beast, but it takes place after the Wolf Attack and Stepsister, which I love, and I do hope to read this one. And I know she wrote her own Beauty and the Beast retelling book, which I don't own yet, and I really do want to pick up that copy soon because I'm really curious about it, but I'm really excited to add this to my TBR just because I really like different fairy tale retellings. I actually forgot to mention that I'm only going to be drawing 5 cards from here, and then I'm going to spend 5 times with the genre wheel. But for the next draw is meant to read last year. Okay, this is perfect. I can pick one of the 2025 books that I meant to read last year and I didn't, so I just need to figure out what I'm gonna pick for this one. So the book that I picked that is meant to read last year is Story of My Life by Lucy Score. I know that I shouldn't be starting new series because I have so many sequels on my TBR, but I think there's another one that's coming up for 2026. But all I know about this book is about an author who just recently had a breakup and moving to a new town just to get a fresh start and get rid of writer's block, and she meets a construction, and that's all I know about it. And I loved her book that I've read from her, Things That We Never Got Over, and I know I need to finish that book in a series because I know I got the second book of the series on my TBR, but I do meant to read this last year just because I really like the premise of this book, and plus I really like the edition that I have, and I know like it's over 500 pages, but I've read the Things That We Never Got Over real quickly, so yeah, I hope that it's not going to be the same issue with this book, because like I said, a lot of times a lot of romances are quick reads for me, even though it's like contemporary and it's over 500 pages, but I just hope that I end up enjoying it as much as her previous book. Okay, so draw number 5. Coin toss. Okay, so that's kind of perfect because there's some books that I wanted to read in my last month's TBR. I think it'll be better if I pick a new selection of books, but I need to figure out what I'm gonna read for that. So I need to pick 2 books and then do a coin toss. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I picked one book that was on my last month's TBR and pick a different book. So for heads, I'm going to be picking Peter and the Starcatchers by Dave Barry and Rayleigh Pearson, just because I've been having this on my TBR for so long and I know I want to read it, and I tried a chapter of it previously and I'm really curious about it. And for Tales, I got Friends on the Other Side, which is the sequel in the book 2 in Disney Chill series, and I'm really been wanting to get to this after I've read the first book, and plus it's short, so I am going to do a coin toss. I'm just going to do it through the random generator just because I'm not really good at flipping coins. So I'm just going to go to, no, need that. So I'm going to go the coin toss here. So like I said, heads for Peter and the Starcatchers and tails for Friends on the Other Side. So let's see. Tails. Okay, so adding a sequel to my TBR, which is no problem. And yeah, I am really excited to get this on my TBR because, like I said, I need to catch up on sequels right now. So yeah, I am really excited to pick this up either way. So draw number 4, a hyped book. Okay, I know, like I'm usually happy to get a hyped book, but I'm kind of not in the mood for any hyped books right now. I know I really want to read Atmosphere, but I did place it on hold in the library, but I have no idea where I am at in line. So, yep. Oh dang, I forgot to return oh wait, no, that's not what I want. I forgot to return a audiobook that I was listening to. Whoops. But I know I had Atmosphere on hold, so yeah, I'm the 12th person in line. It's gonna take 2 months, so I am not gonna, guess that's the only heist book that I want to read right now. So yeah, I don't even know if there's any other heist books that I want to read at the moment, so I'm just gonna veto this prompt for right now. So let's try this again. Oh, of course, I would have to pick 11 books now. So, oh boy. Yeah, this is one of the ones I can't veto. So yeah, let's try that again. New author. Okay, that'll be better for me to try out a new author. So I just need to figure out what book that I want to try for that. Okay, so for new author, I picked Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher, and all I know about this book is a fake dating relationship between a witch and a shapeshifter, and that's pretty much it. It just grabbed my interest because of the title, and plus I really like on the cover as well. And I know there's more books in this series that has more of a companion novels to it, so that's what I'm gonna pick for this prompt. Okay, so draw number 5, which will have been the last draw, and I'm still picking 5 books for the genre wheel, so yeah, this is the 5th prompt, which should have been the last one. Pet pick. I can't do pet pick because I don't have any pets. They're all at my parents' house, and plus I know I could have done sun pick, but I wouldn't have you guys see them on camera just because I'm trying to keep my family life private. So this is the one I have to veto. So that's all my vetoes. So let's see the card this is. Lowest rated. Okay, so it's the lowest rated book on my TBR. Okay, I just need to go on my Goodreads and see which book are the lowest on my TBR. And I know that there's some books that are lowly rated that I end up enjoying, and there's some that I do agree with that they're not good books. So I just need to go to my books, on to read, and I'm not going to screen record because I've been having issues with screen recording with my phone lately. So Okay, reverse. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so the book that I own that's slowly rated is A Curse of Blood and Wolves, which was on my December TBR, so I gotta go grab it. So here it is, and I'm really surprised that it's lowly rated. I haven't heard many people talk about this book, but I got this book from one of Becca Book's romantasy series that she did on her channel, where she reads, pardon me, read different romances that were chosen from Fairy Loots, and yeah, all I know about it is it's a Little Red Riding Hood retelling, and I was kind of curious about it despite of the the rating on Goodreads, but yeah, this is surprising that this is lowly rated, but like I said, there's some that I end up enjoying, there's some that I do agree with, so hopefully I'll end up enjoying this book regardless. Okay, last draw. Goodreads pick. Okay, so I would have to go on my computer because I would have to go on my laptop to see which book that is randomly chosen for this. I can't do that on my phone because I mean, I could try on my phone, but I'll have to see what book is randomly chosen from Goodreads, but just give me 1 second. Okay, so I went to Goodreads and I went to Want to Read and I put random, like I said, I didn't do any screen recording, but the book that Goodreads picked for me is If I'm Being Honest by Emily Wibberley and Austin Saper Broca. I really enjoyed Always Never Yours by them, and I know that they wrote multiple books since then. I know that this is another Shakespeare retelling, if I remember correctly, but I don't remember what's about, but I've heard good things about it as much as Always Never Yours, which I've read a couple of years ago, so yeah. Okay, so these are the 6 books that I'll be reading, and I'm glad that I have a good stack of different genres. Gosh, I hate when that happens. But anyway, so these are 6 books that were chosen by my TBR prompt cards. So now I'm going to do the genre wheel. So I did not have sci-fi listed at all just because I haven't been reading a lot of sci-fi lately, and I've just been pickier with sci-fi and I haven't been reading a lot of sci-fi. So yeah, I'm going to spin the wheel. Fantasy. Okay, so I can pick a fantasy that I want. Actually, just because I've been wanting to read it for a while, I know no, actually, I'm not going to pick this one. I'm going to pick something else. I'll be right back. Someone's trying to call me. But I know I said I wasn't going to pick books that were on my December TBR, but I just really want to pick this up just because it's... I have a lot of BookBox books that I want to catch up on, which is After the Forest by Kel Woods. I know I have another book by her on my TBR, but this is a Hansel and Gretel retelling, which I have not read Hansel and Gretel retelling before, and I've just been wanting to pick this up because of that, and I still love the Al Cray edition I have. I prefer this cover over the other one. So yeah, this is gonna be my fantasy pick for that. Okay, second spin. Oh, romance. So I can pick a romance book that I want to read. Yeah, I do need a lot of romances just to balance out all the fantasy, so I just need to figure out which one I want to read. I'm not going to pick... I'm going to pick a different book for that, so give me 1 second. Okay, so for romance, I'm going to pick one of the sequels that I have on my TBR because I really need to catch up on my sequels. I only have one on my TBR, so I picked Well Played by Jen DeLuca. This is a companion novel to Well Met, which is a romance book that is at a Renaissance fair. That's pretty much from what I remembered reading it, and I know I enjoyed Well Met so much that I want to read this one. I haven't The last time I've heard, I haven't heard many good things about this one, but I know that I know this series is 4 books, I think, so I do want to give this a try because I really love the first book so much. So yeah, I'm just glad that I'm adding a sequel onto my TBR because I really need to catch up on sequels. Okay, so for the third spin, another fantasy. So I think I'm just going to spin again. I have too many fantasies on my TBR, so spin 3, take 2. Now come on, I do not need a lot of fantasy, so take 3 of spin 3. Middle grade. Okay, so I can pick a middle grade book on my TBR. I know how much I really want to pick one book, but I'm going to pick a different one. I'm going to see what... I know I have one middle grade. Technically I have one middle grade on my TBR, so I can add another. So let me see what I want to pick for this one. I know this is a risk, but I picked another sequel that is on my TBR, which is Wondersmith, The Calling of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This is the second book in the Nevermore series, or Morgan Crow series, and for what I remember, it's about a girl who is cursed, and she everybody in her village believes that she's cursed, and then one stranger risks her away to Nevermore. And I enjoyed the first book, and I haven't read the first book in like a few years, so, and I know this book is very chunky, but and I know sometimes middle grades help me get out my reading slump, so yeah, I am risking it, but whatever, I just need to read another sequel off my TBR anyways. Okay, fourth spin. Middle grade. I don't think I need another middle grade, so I am just gonna do spin 4, take 2. Fantasy again. Okay, I am not gonna do another fantasy because I have at least 2 fantasy middle grade fantasies, and I have a lot of fantasy on my TBR, so I am just gonna do another spin. Sorry, I just need a variety of genres for this month. Classic. Okay, so I'm trying to think what classic that I want to read at the moment, because I know there's some that I do want to reread, because I do want to listen to them on audiobook, and yeah, I think I'm not gonna go grab it because it's like right over there. I'm gonna read King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, so that's what I'm gonna be picking for that. So at least I have a variety, and plus a lot of times I just take my time reading classics, because I did that when I was like in middle school and high school, and I know and some time in college too. So I do want to get back into reading classics because I don't see any that I want to reread at the moment. So hopefully I can find that on audiobooks. So I'm gonna pick King Arthur for that. Okay, so for the last genre spin. Another romance. Okay, that's perfect. But let me see. Actually, I am a little balanced with romance, so I'm just going to do another spin. I'm hoping for a mystery, because I haven't read mystery in a while, and I do like mystery. If it lands on mystery, I'll be shocked. Classic. I'm not going to do another classic, so... Or wild. Wild would be nice. Because mystery and wild is what I'm looking for, hopefully. I get one of them. Mystery. Oh, yay. Goody, goody, goody. Okay, I gotta pick which, not romance, which mystery book that I want to read. Okay, so for a mystery book that I picked, I know I could have picked another sequel on my TBR, but I think I have plenty of options of sequels that I want to read, but the one that I picked is Southern Spirits by Angie Fox, and I haven't heard anybody talk about this on BookTube, but it's supposed to be about a graphic designer who traps a ghost, and apparently there's a murder mystery attached to it. So I am very curious about it, and I know I got this free on ebook, which was really nice because there's not a lot of books that I get free on ebook in case I want to read it. And yeah, I am really excited to read this because I've been wanting to read more coasting mystery books lately, and not only just to continue the books that I'm currently reading, but yeah, I'm really happy that I got a mystery on my TBR, and I don't even know how long this book is. Oh, it's under 250 pages, so that's perfect for that. And I haven't read a lot of mystery lately, and a goal of mine is try to read more mysteries, and I know I read it when I'm in the mood for it, so yeah, I am really excited that I have a mystery book on my TBR. Okay, I am not going to show the whole stack, but here's 10 books plus King Arthur on my TBR, so I'm very happy on the books that I picked for my first TBR of 2026, but I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to read all 11 of them. I'm just hoping to read at least maybe half of the books, just because of me being a mood reader, and I need a variety of books. So yeah, either way, I am very happy about my TBR for January. So that's all for my first TBR for 2026, aka my January TBR. Enjoy this video, give me the thumbs up, and comment down below what books that you're planning on reading for January, because I would like to know. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified or post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all the links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!